meeting. Notice of meeting is held in middle school gymnasium auditorium. An open session of the Roselle Park Board of Education held under the Open Public Meetings Act, the state of New Jersey. Notice of this meeting was sent to the Star Ledger, local source, and the Home News Tribune, the Borough Clerk, school office, and the district website. Roll call, please.
President Cinderella.
Here.
Vice President Lyman.
Here.
Ms. Carlstrom. Here. Ms. Falcon. Absent. Mr. Fernandez.
Here.
Mr. Harms. Absent. Mr. Hemingway.
Here.
Mrs. Palladino. Here. And Mr. Miller.
Here.
We have quorum.
Please stand. Pledge allegiance.
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So be resolved that the Roselle Park Board of Education meeting hereby convenes an executive session to discussion of following subjects: attorney-client privilege. It is anticipated that the executive session will take approximately 60 minutes. The board may take action from a public session. The board shall return to public session following the executive session approximately 7 p.m. The minutes of the executive session shall be released to the public when the reasons for executive session no longer exist. Need a motion to go to close.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved? We are in closed session. Roselle Park Board of Education, returning from closed session. I need a motion to return to the public session.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Arms, second. All in favor? We'll now move to the public participation. Each member of the public who wishes to address the board on agenda items only may speak for 3 minutes. Seeing no one, we'll move on to committee reports. Committee reports. We have Mrs. Now, will present her principal report.
Good evening, Board of Education members, Mr. Garrido, Ms. Callis, and the Robert Gordon and Roselle Park communities. I want to begin by saying that my transition to the Roselle Park and to the Roselle Park School District and Robert Gordon has been a very smooth one. I have been received by the staff, the parents, the PTA, the community, with genuine warmth and support, and I'm very grateful for that. Since my arrival, we've begun a weekly staff newsletter informing staff of important school events and a bi-monthly parent newsletter that goes from twice a month to parents to let them know of important school events and also share important information. December was a wonderful month to make my transition. There was a lot happening in the school. I was able to be here for the winter concert and introduce myself and meet parents. Our entire school participated in a service project where they collected non-perishable foods, and right before our break, we had our student council members bring 684 non-perishable items to the Casano Center. We got a letter back to the Casano Center, and they got permission slips and walked right down. More recently, in the week of January 13th, we had our counselor provided every single class, every grade level with resources to teach students why we're off on January 20th, who Dr. Martin Luther King was. We had lessons on respect, on kindness, on equity, in every single classroom. Our kindergarten classes are participating in a makerspace program with the students from the high school that visit once a month. More recently, something that we're very excited about, I look at my teachers because some of them are here. We just found out that our fourth graders were the highest scoring in their district math assessment. So we're very proud of our fourth grade math students and our teachers who have worked so hard. We're very fortunate to have a very active and supportive PTA. Our PTA right now, we're working very closely together for Read Across America that's coming, planning book fairs and events for parents to drive home the importance of literacy in the community. Our staff recently donated funds to the local PTA for the loss of the police officer, so they use funds that we collect for things like denim days within our school building or charitable events in the community. I have to say that it's been very heartwarming to be part of a community that's so supportive and that celebrates each other. And I am so glad to be part of a school district that takes important moments like a board meeting to celebrate student achievement. Thank you. Jackson Diarca, you're here. Tarun Minaj. Logan Matthew. For exceeding expectations for third grade math. Mohammed Luis. Also third grade math. Caitlin Whiteside. These students exceeded expectations with a score of 810 or above on grade level 3 language arts. Samantha D'Amico. And Caitlin. Come back up, Caitlin. Are for students who exceeded expectations with a score above 790 in grade 4 language arts. Alexandra Abibi. Emilia Diaz. Victoria Gade. June Padilla. Brianna Rialpet. And Brianna Rivera. And we want to call back Tarun. Congratulations, Tarun.
Everyone look right here on the count of 3. 1,
So boys and girls, you guys can go home and do your homework. If you did your homework already, why don't you get the vacuum out back in the room tonight, clean up. How's that? So we're going to take 2 minutes and then we're going to go on with the meeting, all right? Thank you. Next to the all reporting teachers coming tonight. superintendent's report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Cigarella. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to the meeting. Tonight's superintendent's report will include a presentation from the Robert Holzer group, and they are our auditors that come in annually to audit our business office, and this year they will come in. So I want to call up Mr. Robert Holzer Jr. To give the report.
I just briefly like to just touch on a couple things tonight. I don't know if I have questions anyone would have about the report or any questions in general. First of all, I'm very happy to tell the board that the results of the audit are good. There's nothing I need to bring to you tonight in terms of recommendation for improvement or doing things what we should be doing. That's good to see. As you know, this is Mrs. Gershow's last audit. She was here on site when we performed the audit. But it's also great to see Mrs. Callis here on site as well for the audit. It really helped her with the seamless transition, I think, and that was good to see. Even though when we finished our field work, which was towards the end of August, the audit's a process, and there's still many steps that need to be completed before we get to that initial field work and then issue the report. And I worked with Mrs. Callis on that. Anything we needed, she provided us right away. I think that's great. I think certainly you're excellent hand. In your financial position as our community June 30th is good. Great work with the Department of Education. We have to work with it. But I also think we're set up for being in a good financial position moving forward. It's always something that we're paying attention to and that as well as a process of making a position. So it's all good news on my front. At this point, I'm happy to open up any comments or questions anyone would have.
I just have one. Was there any discrepancies at all? Any discrepancies in the order?
No, not we need to, no, not your attention. We're good, and I've already worked with Mrs. Alice on streamlining some things in certain areas, and that's good to see. So I think we're well positioned.
No more questions. Rita, are you coming?
No, actually, I just wanted to thank Mr. Olson for the time, and you always make it as difficult and complex as it is. You always make it pleasant. So we want to thank you for that.
That was kind of, it was fun and enjoyable when you come to work. I like to come in and stop and want to come in and have good work.
You should make us sweat, just so you know.
Well, that's kind of comes.
It's always great. But I do want to congratulate, of course, Mrs. Gershow on her last audit. Excellent. And Mrs. Callis for the transition. I know August, hopefully we're working on the audit. And of course, our business office who works extremely hard to make sure that everything is in order for when you guys come in. And I'm very proud and very happy to announce that they do a great job.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great night. Take care, yeah.
And I just wanted, just a couple of things. The next meeting in February, I'll have a longer presentation, but I know that parents, community members, they have reached out, and actually have reached out to the Department of Health in the county with some concerns about the coronavirus, which is something that's been in the news. It is a very low threat right now. Hopefully it will be made that way. I did put out some information on the website, so please read it. It comes directly from the health department, so at least it gives us a little bit of guidance and a little bit of information that we didn't have before. Also, the end of the second market period is Friday, so we're just about halfway done with the school year. It's going quick, and as you know, the students are getting ready for testing, and we will start that very soon. And I see high school staff and teachers here. I know you work very hard to get them prepared for the testing at the end of the year, graduation and so forth. So I want to thank you personally for doing all that. Thank you. And that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. I'd like to move on to the policy section of the agenda, items 1 through 3. 1, district policies, first reading, education stability for children in foster care. District policy first reading, medical marijuana. And district policy first reading, review from district policy for field trips. Roll call, please.
Mr. Sabella, before the roll call, I just want to comment on the new policies. We always get updated policy from the New Jersey School Boards Association. They become more first, and then we have to make sure that the policy is in place. Two new mandated policies. Number 1 is the educational stability for children in foster care. District must have communication now with foster care agencies and so forth there. In the medical marijuana, of course, it's a new law now that it can be provided to students who have some medical disabilities. If you want to read through it, I will go over it with Ms. Marmello, who is the supervisor of the nurses, and make sure that all the nurses are aware of this new policy. Field trip is a revision. We already had a field trip, however, it did not address overnight trips. This one does. We do have several groups that do go on overnight trips. We want to make sure that everyone is aware of the policy for safety and the security of the students. So I just wanted to give that information out to the public.
Thank you. I need a motion. So moved. Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Ryan.
Yes.
Ms. Carlstrom.
Yes.
Ms. Falcon.
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez.
Yes.
Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
Mr. Hensway. Mr. Palcato.
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
And President Signorella.
Yes.
Roll call, motion carries.
Move on to approve the personnel section of the agenda, items 4 to 13. District 4, district substitutes. 5, staff resignations. 6, staff appointments. 7, sick day event. 8, after-school band program, paraprofessional. 9, retirements. Staff retirements, 10, staff assignment and transfers. 11, additional high school and middle school coaches, 2019, 2020. 12, additional home instructors. 13, school intervention program. Make a motion? Second?
Second.
I will be abstaining on 6B.
And I also will be abstaining from 6B.
Roll call, please. Oh, sorry, yes.
Regarding the resignations, I would just like to say thanks to the dad and Ms. Brown for their years of service to the district, especially now with full body kids, Nancy, for all your years of service. I certainly love to continue and we listen.
Any other comments? I'd like to both bring personnel retiring, many years for them. Here's my son. I used him in high school, the nurse, and then the band director, this awesome. Really, yes. Any other comments? Roll call, please.
Vice President Ryan.
Yes.
Ms. Carlstrom.
Yes to all except 6B.
Ms. Falcon.
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez.
Yes.
Mr. Barnes.
Yes.
Mr. Hensway. Mrs. Palcato. Mr. Miller.
Yes.
And President Signorella.
Yes, I'm abstaining 6B.
Roll call, motion carries.
Move to approve the education section of the agenda items Addendum item number 1. 14 education programs, 15 educational trip requests, 16 harassment, intimidation, bullying incidents, 17 2020 Rosa Park Summer Camp, and 18 workshop attendance requests. So moved. Motion? So moved. Second?
Second.
Any comments? Comments? Roll call, please.
Vice President Lanning.
Yes.
Ms. Paulson.
Yes.
Ms. Falcon. Yes. Mr. Fernandez.
Yes, I abstain on 16.
Mr. Harms.
Yes.
Mr. Hennaway.
Yes.
Mr. Palfino.
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
And Mr. Mello.
Yes.
Roll call, motion carries.
We'll go through the business section of the agenda, items 19 through 27. 19, monthly certification. 20, approval of bills. 21, federal program salary allocation for 2019 and 2020. 22, budget transfers. 23, use of buildings and grounds. 24, grant acceptance. 25, comprehensive annual financial report. 26, memorandum agreement. 27, approval of minutes. Motion? Motion? So moved. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? We abstain on 20 and 26.
And I too will abstain from 20 and 26.
Roll call, please.
Vice President Lanning.
Yes.
Ms. Paulson.
Yes.
Ms. Falcon. Yes. Mr. Fernandez.
Yes, I abstain on item 20.
Mr. Harms.
Yes, I will abstain on item 26.
Mr. Hennaway.
Yes.
Mr. Palfino.
Yes.
Mr. Miller.
Yes, abstaining on 23J.
And Mr. Mello.
Yes.
On roll call, motion carries.
Mr. President,
Yes.
can we also ask for a motion for number 20, approval of preschool playroom space? It wasn't, it was on the agenda, but it's only 19 from 27, not 28.
Yeah, we just had a discussion with the superintendent. Is there any discussion? Okay. You're making a motion.
I'll make a motion to
28.
accept 20 approval of preschool playroom space.
We have a second.
Second. Second.
Any discussion? No discussion? Roll call, please.
Vice President Lanning.
Yes.
Ms. Paulson.
Yes.
Ms. Falcon. Yes. Mr. Fernandez.
Yes.
Mr. Harms.
Yes.
Mr. Hennaway.
Yes.
Mr. Palfino. Yes. Mr. Miller.
Yes.
And Mr. Mello.
Yes.
On roll call, motion carries.
We have any continued business? Any continued business? Move on to new business.
Yes, Mr. President, this past weekend, we had our wrestling team go down to West Virginia in a tournament. There were 74 other teams down there. Our team came in 16 out of 74. They break it down into divisions, in West Virginia, how they do their schools, like they do, the group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down here, they do it in Division A, B, C, and D, or 1, 2. Anyhow, in our division, we were in Division 2. We came in 6th out of 26, and we were moved up by 2 people who were down there. We were the ones in Division 1 area down there. My point is, congratulations, and we had 2 place winners also that weekend. And again, our students from our districts go to another state and make the name of Roselle Park recognized again. So all of us should be proud of our students, whether it's in academics, athletics, and the arts. Again, we show that Roselle Park, as small as we are, can make a big difference in some other state. So congratulations to the rest of the team.
I think you should drive down there next year to watch your grandson.
My son flew down, my grandson, he went down on the bus, my son flew down. 10 hours.
I have one brief statement that for numerous years, we talked about improving our facilities, our sports complex facilities at the high school, our track is in disarray, our tennis courts. There are numerous things, there are wants and needs, and some that are imminent, and it's actually come on Sunday, 4 years that the light post, and we wind up removing some of them, and then actually all the Board of Education, and there's some board members support on entering conversations with mayor and council on exploring every option, every way fiscally we can fund or redo our sports complex. There's green acres, private funds, donations, county grants, state grants. We're going to look everywhere in every way. And if it takes us 4 years to do something that's going to take us 4 years, if it takes us a year, we need to look at every this is for our kids that go to school, for the district, for everybody. Mr. Miller has been doing some homework. The facilities committee will look at it and Mrs. Allison right now is giving us some good information, and it's going to be hard work. I commit, everybody here on this board wants to do something with the sports complex. How we need to move. We need to do something. It could take us 2 years before a shovel gets in the ground. 6 months from now, we might be able to do something in-house. Other than that, that's short and sweet, and that's all I have. Anybody else on new business? Anything on new business? Now I'd like to open up the public participation to speak, and I have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Garrido, and esteemed members of the Board of Education. I'm a newbie at this, so I was going to get the next book. I'll get to it now. My name is Alice Robinson. My address? I mean, so my name is Alice Robinson, and I have spent the past 13 years at Roselle Park High School as an English teacher. And I'm here tonight with several of my colleagues just to express our feelings about a decision that has been recently made to transfer our custodian name. We acknowledge that the change is necessary and that it was a difficult decision to make. That's not why I'm here. I just felt that it was my responsibility to come and express how much he meant to our building, still means to our building, and how much he contributes to our school. One example that I can think of is he was currently mentoring one of our special education students in the line of custodial skills, which is a career that that student is hoping to pursue. after graduation. So we're very sad that he is going to be missing out on that opportunity while Wayne is away from our building. Wayne is someone who consistently goes above and beyond for the staff, for the students, and we truly pride ourselves at the high school and in the district on building personal relationships and creating a community and putting the children first, which I know that's something we all have in common. We all want to do that. So with that being said, my intention in speaking tonight is just, I guess, hopeful that once the custodial position that was vacated may be replaced, we're just hopeful that there is a chance that we can get Wayne back at the high school. That's all I wanted to say tonight. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Garrido and members of the board. My name is Kathleen Mooney. I'm an English teacher at the high school, and I'm very glad to be here this evening. I became acquainted with the Roselle Park school system thanks to one person who sits at this table tonight. And that person is Susan Carlstrom, with whom I went to college at Montclair State many years ago. At that time, prospective teachers were required to select a school other than their own high school in which to student teach. Sue suggested that I apply to Roselle Park High School. That was 36 years ago, and I'm still here. Thank you, Sue. One of the first things that struck me about the high school when I first came here was the genuine warmth and community atmosphere, the close rapport between faculty members and students. Everyone seemed to know each other. People cared, and I fell in love. As a young teacher, I was very much appreciative of the supportive, nurturing environment that the high school offered. It was safe. You knew that people looked out for one another. And that is why, when I learned recently about our custodian Wayne's abrupt removal from the high school with no prior notice to him or Mrs. Costa, I was really truly dismayed. This is not the Roselle Park that I have known. Wayne has devoted 40 years to the Roselle Park schools, and to be informed on a Friday that come the following Monday, he would be in a totally different school, working a night shift, was incomprehensible to me. This new shift would mean that he can no longer enjoy his one and only hobby, bowling 2 nights a week. This may not seem like such a colossal sacrifice, but when you consider all that Wayne has given to our school each day, his long tenure at Roselle Park, along with his very humble lifestyle, one may beg the question, was this truly an equitable and compassionate decision? To say that Wayne works hard is an understatement. For example, I arrive to school between 6:30 and 7 every morning. Many times I have enlisted Wayne's help at that early hour. He's there. Whatever needs to be done, Wayne is there to do it, and with a smile. He is willing to assist in jobs and errands which are outside the scope of his custodial duties. Personal favors to me, because that's who Wayne is, and he does it willingly. For example, in September and June, he carries my large unwieldy plants to and from my car.
I'm going to have to cut you off. I apologize. Said some nice words about my sister, but it's good treatment, so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Garrido, board members. Great to be here this evening. Mrs. Mooney did forget about the time that Wayne helped remove a mouse from our English classroom. So, sure, John Silverlight, teacher at the high school. We're here tonight, obviously, because of Wayne. I just found out about that today, and we all got together and started speaking, and there's an hey, you know what, Wayne is a really good guy, and we should all come together and support him because he is a member of the family. We all know decisions like these are very tough to make. We're sure whoever made the decision didn't wake up one day and say, hey, let's move Wayne out of high school. We know that it came with a lot of thought and consideration. At the high school, the custodial crew is great. Whoever's gonna, I think we know who's gonna be taking Wayne's place on that shift. He's a great guy. The custodial staff, like Mrs. Mooney was saying, does everything for us. I mean, we run everything, all the events we have pasta night, we have this big wrestling event. I'm just speaking, from personal experience. There are things going on all the time. Wayne and the entire custodial staff, all we have to do is call Ray and boom, they get the job done right away. Absolutely no complaints about it. The thing about the high school, and I'm there 12 years now, we're a family there. I'm sure it's the same way at the other schools, but I'm just, once again, speaking from experience. We are a family, and not just the teachers, every single staff member, including the custodial crew. The way I look at it is, I love Roselle Park High School. When I tell all my students, when I get out of the car in the morning, I'm whistling into the door Sunday night, I'm never depressed, like, oh my God, I gotta go to work. I'm always looking forward to it. The way I look at it is, it seems like Wayne feels the same way, and I could just imagine what he must have felt like when he was told he's not going to be at the high school any longer, because I put myself in that position, and I would hope that people would kind of get together and say, hey, we gotta, kind of talk to the board, whoever's making decisions, and see what we can do to maybe get him back. We're not saying tomorrow, but if there's a chance that we can get Wayne back at the high school, we would love it. Mrs. Robinson mentioned the special education student. He's one of my students. I have him in a couple of classes. Great young man. He's out there every single day. I was speaking with him today. I said, hey, what has Wayne done for you? And he said he's like a mentor to him. So it would be great if we can get Wayne back at the high school. I know about Wayne's personal life, big time bowler. We had a big bowling thing last year. All the teachers, staff members got together. Wayne was right there with us. I'm not sure how much time I have left. I think I'm back to 3 minutes. So in closing, I'd like to say thank you very much. We're a family. Let's bring Wayne back. Have a great night.
Anyone else want to speak? Anyone else?
My name is Arthur Toro, 121 Bender Avenue. I'm here on a completely different topic, so I don't need to be here right now. Very passionate speeches here. Arnulfo Toro. So last year, as a newly elected chairman for the Environmental Commission, I had the opportunity and the great pleasure to invest in my community and help design and implement the newly raised bed community garden. It has been a great community effort and a very successful one. We grew a lot of food this year. But the reason I'm here tonight is because right now we have a great garden and a great opportunity for everyone, especially our students, our children, to get reconnected to our food, learn where food really comes from, and really teach them what the impacts of this food is, not just for people, but for species and other ecosystems around us. Things like we all have become so used to just like having some money, getting some food in our plates, but not really thinking about the implications of that food that we have on that plate. And as an advocate of sustainability myself, I want to inspire and motivate and empower people, not just kids, but everyone, to learn how to grow some of your own food. Last year at the garden, we had people who had never gardened before in their lives. We had people that lived in apartments that don't have access to a yard. We had a Girl Scout troop, and we had just residents who wanted to learn a lot more about gardening. So I would like to see, perhaps having some of the students take some field trips, teaching. There's so many ways to get them engaged and involved in gardening, teaching them how it germinating seeds, pollinating, pouring some bees, just so many different things. I know Aldean is within walking distance to the garden. It's at 133 Valley Road. They can easily take a trip there. Last year we held a seminar on organic pest management. It was hosted by a master gardener, and it was great. Kids learned about beneficial insects. We released about 20,000 ladybugs in the garden, which they love. And these are the things that we can bring forth and educate them and get them on the right track as far as where our food lies nowadays. Also, we had high school students that are willing to come and turn over compost, while at the same time learning about soil biology, soil structure, or any of these things. I'm just reaching out to our students, kids who want to participate. This is a community effort that we're all working on. We plan on doing a lot more this year. We need all the help we can get. We want to host more seminars. And everybody's welcome. If you want to come here, I'm available. I'll make myself available to any of you who want to do this conversation and hopefully make some of these things happen. You can reach me at my personal email, which is atoro325@gmail.com, or you can contact us at the Roselle Park Environmental Commission page, Facebook. Thank you. Good night.
Garden on Facebook, and it's a miracle. And I also use a lot of backyard gardening. So, gardening is pro environment, it's pro community, it's pro STEM. I'd love to see some kind of collaboration with the schools.
Adolfo, thanks so much. Certainly, I'll take your contact information, we'll share with the principals, and certainly if we can provide some kind of relationship with you and the community. I think the students will be a lot of them, so thank you. Thank you.
I just want to say, Joe, you do a tremendous job. I'm on the Environmental Commission along with him. And what he does in the community, trying to teach children, adults, how to grow their own food. I don't know where he gets the energy from, but I commend him for what he does. He grows up walking. And if you want to take a tour of his backyard, that's even, oh my gosh, it's hard to describe, but he has everything and everything in his backyard. And I think he'll take you for a little tour on it if you want to. But great job, thank you.
Any comments from the board? Motion?